Let's move on to the Hyderabad team, the Orange Army. Let's have a look at them. David Warner returns as captain. Of course, he's up on top, does with Johnny Bairstow, probably the most exciting combination, most exciting opening combination. And of course, a lot of them who've been playing cricket recently.
Yes.
Yeah, so absolutely. I think...
A couple of years ago, Kane Williamson made 730 runs and he is not guaranteed a place in the side.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's the funniest thing that this is a team where either one of Mohammad Nabi or Kane Williamson is not going to play. And that is a tragedy because both of them are such absolutely brilliant players. Nabi is in red hot form, but if they need that extra, Manish Pandey is not doing it for them. The Indian batsmen are not doing it for them. They may be forced to bring in Kane Williamson. But the fact of the matter is that, they have outstanding international players. Now, this is the year that Indians need to come to the party. And this is actually part of my overall theme. Actually, if you see, post 2017-18, not too many Indian players have burst in and young batsmen have made an impact. So this year, you can be hopeful that, Manish Pandey needs to do something. He needs to have a 350, 400 year, and he hasn't had one. They picked him as their number 3 and he hasn't done enough for them. So this is the year, let's hope that, some of these guys, Priyam Garg, some of these guys come to the party and give them that performance because they need it from the Indian batsmen. It's their Indian batsmen who need.
Let's pull up the Hyderabad squad again. We've obviously seen their foreign players. Let's have a look at their Indian players as well and see that who are the people who really need to get counted. And when you have the batsmen, you have Manish Pandey, of course. But that's the big name there, Harsha, right? I mean, the established name out of the Indian batsmen. They've got a lot of Indian bowlers, right? They can play all the Indian bowlers if they need. Yeah. But that's the thing there, right? One who's in the India scheme of things, one who's been doing stuff. I also like Abhishek Sharma a lot. They got him on a trade with Delhi when Shikhar Dhawan went there. And he played a couple of innings there and they got a 3-for-1 deal there, super happy hours, right? They got 3 players for Shikhar Dhawan. He's a young, exciting player. Didn't get much last time, but liked the little I saw of him with Delhi.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 key things about there. I think they also struggle with finishing. They've got Nabi Rashid as the big hitters at I think they will want Manish Pandey to take the game deep, like he does so well for India, batting at 5. And if he has to take the game deep, they'll probably tell him, do you want to bat at 4? Somebody at 3 behind Warner and Bairstow. And I think there are 2 candidates to fit that somebody role. One is someone who never gets stopped. It blew my mind when I saw his stats in the power play. I think if you've scored more than 400 runs in the power play, he's among the top strike rates. And guess what his name is? Riddhiman Saha. So I won't even be surprised if they say Riddhiman Saha go at 3 and play as Pandey at 4, Vijay Shankar at 5. Hang on, Vijay Shankar a year ago was batting number 4 for India in a World Cup. Surely he's able to bat at 5 and then 6. But there's such a lot of buzz around this young kid from Jammu Kashmir called Abdul Samad. And even in the Ranji Trophy, he's scoring at Jammu Kashmir don't play the highest levels of the Ranji Trophy, but he goes out and hits 6s for fun. So they might just tell him, you know what, we've got pretty go in at 6 and hammer around because you got Nabi and Rashid to come after you as well. So they could do that. So that's the other option. But with Abhishek Sharma, you get a 6th apart from Nabi, Rashid and the 3 Indian quicks. But I'll tell you one thing, for Sunrisers to do well, there's 2 key players. There's one, it's Bhuvi with the ball. Bhuvi does well, Sunrisers do well. Bhuvi struggles, Sunrisers struggle. It's a leading indicator. Bhuvi has to do well.
Yeah, and I'll take that point even a bit further because, it's not just about Bhuvi doing well. If Bhuvi does well, Siddharth Paul will do well. The bowlers at the other end tend to do well. Siddharth is a craftsman, but he needs somebody attacking on one side to do his stuff on the other side. So if Bhuvi performs up to expectations, the Basil Thampis of the world, all these guys, the Siddharth Pauls of the world, all of them will come to the party. I think it's really important what Bhuvaneshwar Kumar does for them. Early wickets, and these are the kind of conditions that will suit him. They're not out and out fast bowling conditions, but he's a craftsman. He knows how to use the ball. He takes care of the ball very, very well. and I think he's crucial. The other thing we were talking to him about, I was talking to him about 3-4 months back, and he's had a very, very, injury after injury, and he's not had time to recover. These 3, 4, 5 months have actually been good for him. He's had that opportunity for recovery. So I don't think it's a bad thing at all. He'll be raring to go. And if he performs, and obviously Warner is crucial up front, I think it's a very different team when these two start firing.
There's some millennials who are watching. I will simplify it for them. You said Bhuvneshwar is a craftsman. I'd say he's an artisanal bowler. That's what he is. Artisanal bowler.